It's Amanda. This is horrible lighting. We need like a ring light to come in. But today I thought I would tell you guys my worst salon experience. And it's not like everybody else's, I'm sure. So where I'm from is a very small town, and there was this guy that came in. It was around the time when I first started doing hair. A guy came in, asked for his name. He told me it was Sam I Am, and I was like, okay. So I put him in the computer, Sam I Am. I finished his haircut. His haircut was really weird. The entire time he was like looking at our equipment, and he would be like our hair dryer. He was like, what is this, a spaceship? And I said, no, it's a hair dryer. Then something else, it's been so long ago now, but there was something else he asked me about, and I was like, no. And I would just kind of laugh it off, whatever. He got up there to pay me. He tried paying me $100 on, like, at that time I think our haircuts were like $15 or something, maybe even $12, I don't know. So he tries to pay me that much, and I said no, and I declined it. And then he said, well, there's a camp out at this place that was closer to home. He was like, you can come out there if you want. And I was like, haha, no. Anyways, the next day we get a phone call at my work, and it's Sam I Am's employer asking us if we'd seen him because he ran off with his business card and he was using it to make purchases. So the card that he tried to tip me a bunch of money on was his employer's. Then he came in later that same day, and he was trying to talk to me, and he's just like, I just want shampoo. So I had to shampoo him. I don't remember how that conversation went. I wish I would have like done this video a long time ago. But the next day he came in. At this point, I'm like freaked out, and Ashley's with me, and I shoved Ashley. She was trying to leave, and our break room had like this door that you could see out of, but people couldn't see in. Ashley's trying to leave. I was like, no, Ashley, you gotta stay here. And I'm like shoving her back in the break room with me, and she's just laughing. He ends up like lighting something in our shop down on the ground. That was crazy. And I still to this day have no idea what it was. It was some sort of pipe. I don't know anything about that stuff. And she leaves me, but he ends up giving me a book called Little Egypt because he knew I was from, because we talked about it, he knew I was from Southern Illinois, and for some reason he thought I was from like down around Cairo. I wasn't. And this book, I was really creeped out by it. This book called Little Egypt stayed in the back in our break room for the longest time. Also, what's your guys' favorite products? See, I really like Gibbs. I like Con Man. I love the smell of it. There's probably like 2 bottles of that in my house. Also, I don't know. Mitch is really one of my go-tos. Kenra. I really love Kenra. I don't know. Kenra's probably my number 1, and then Joico after that. I really like the Joico Extreme. Redken would probably follow in 3rd, and Biolage for me would be 4th. But I don't know. I don't really use anything else other than those. I saw on my Cosmo app that there's a lot of different brands out there that I don't know about. I just saw them last night when I was trying to place an order. So in the future, I'll also make a video on my order, what all I had to buy. I actually just had to replace my trimmers. If anyone has any sort of idea of what a good trimmer is, it's really quiet. let me know, because this is my third pair of mags. I'm a little salty about it because, yeah, it's my third pair and it hasn't even been that long. My last pair, the ones I just broke, they fell on the floor one Sunday when I was working, and now they just won't cut properly. It's almost like it's not getting enough power to do the full cut. My magic, what is it called? Is it Magic Clip? Magic Star? I don't know. But those are really good. I just replaced the blades on those tonight and they're working really good still. So I would definitely recommend that. I wouldn't really recommend the mag trimmers because they break so easily. So if anyone has any ideas of different trimmers to get, let me know, because I have no idea. I just keep buying those ones because they're quiet and then kids don't get scared. Yeah, everything for the children, right? Alright guys, so I got some of my products from my station that are my favorites. One of them's just here because I like the smell, and that would be the A2J2 hairspray. I really just like the smell of this one. Also, I don't have it in here. I almost ordered it off Cosmoprof, but they have an A2J2 blow dry spray and it smells amazing. So if you don't have that, if you haven't had it or haven't tried it, definitely look into that. It smells so good. My coworker has it actually. My blow dry spray is Kenra. I really love this stuff. I really feel like it does speed up the dry time, and I use this almost every single day. Next, my heat protectant is Kenra. I told you guys I really liked her. So it's just a high hold heat protectant. I really like it. I use it probably every other time. I wouldn't say every time. My fairy dust, I call it fairy dust for kids, is the Redken Shine Flash. This makes the hair shiny. Back in the day, there used to be a product that literally looked like glitter in hair almost, and we don't sell it anymore, but that would have been a really good fairy dust one to have for kids. But I just like to call it fairy dust, and kids think it's great and magical and they love it. So yeah, I always have a shine spray at my station. Next is my leave-in. It's always A2J2. I don't use any other leave-ins. It's always been this one. Me and my coworker recently tried A2J2 hair mask. The I don't remember which one it was. The blue one. Hold on. Okay, it was this one. It's the A2J2 Potion Miracle Repair Mask. We really liked it. It made her hair super soft, so definitely I would get this one or even the other one. I did try the Kenra hair mask and I did not like it. And I was sad to say that because I love Kenra. I just felt like it almost made my hair dry out even more. And as you can tell, as I'm lightening it a lot, it needs hydration. So I usually use Joico for stuff like that. I did not like the Kenra mask. Next is my oil. It's also Redken Oil for All. I love how it smells. I love how it's used. All around great. Alright guys, I told you all I loved Kenra. I wasn't kidding. I also have the Kenra hairspray. A lot of people like 23 or 18. This is 26. This one is the maximum hold hairspray. It's really good after roller sets and stuff like that where old ladies don't want their hair to move and it's really windy. It's really windy where we live, so they want it to be like firm to their head. So I would use that, Old Lady or Sebastian. I also have their boosting spray foam, which is just a volumizer at the roots. Let's see. Next was a test, because I didn't really have an opinion of either of these products. I know it seems like out here no one uses Paul Mitchell, But back home, people were more apt to use Paul Mitchell. So I have both of these at my station. And that's both the twirl round and the curvaceous. And my opinion now, after using both of these, is Redken's curvaceous. It just seems smoother, it goes on nicely, and the consistency isn't as like tacky as Paul Mitchell. I think Paul Mitchell is actually more. Yeah, Paul Mitchell is $5.50 more, and I just don't like I don't like it. I don't like what it does. I wasn't a fan. But I had them both pulled. I have them both at my station, but I would definitely be more apt to use this one at my station in the future than this one. I don't know. And like I said, Paul Mitchell doesn't really sell out here. The only thing that still sells out here is tea tree stuff. That's about it. Nobody really buys it. So, and that was kind of one of the interesting things, because back home I felt like we did sell a lot more Paul Mitchell than Redken. But out here the top sellers are Biolage, Redken, and Kinra. Big Sexy does not sell here like it does back home. Paul Mitchell does not sell here, and neither does any sort of design liner. Matrix, you might as well forget it. We shouldn't even have it. It doesn't sell. It's a 10 sells. Bosley does not sell. Yeah. Last couple things I keep on my station are just pomades. I like texturizing pomades more than I do the shine hold ones, just because I feel like hair looks really greasy. I know that's all personal opinion, really. That's not anything to go off about, but I just don't like the look of shiny pomades. This looks greasy. And then other than that, I keep Blossom. It's the Rose Refresh hair fragrance, and the only reason it's at my station right now is because I pulled it wanting to try it, and I really only use it on like old ladies. Again, I feel like they're the only ones that would appreciate this, and it's just literally essential oil for your hair. You spray it in. It's a hair perfume that smells like roses. I'm pretty sure it is listed as like an essential oil. Let me see. Flower water, glycerin, rose flower extract. Yeah, it's just no sulfates, silicones, parabens, or artificial dyes. So yeah, that is what that one is. I should have showed you guys everything up close, but I didn't because I wasn't thinking. Okay guys, I don't know how I almost forgot this story, but this one time, also when I was first starting out, I had a client that told me I was a stupid American. And yeah, it was because of where I started her haircut at. She wanted me to start cutting at the side, and I didn't. I started from the back, and she freaked out on me and told me that I was a stupid American and started calling me a whole bunch of names and insulting me. And there was a whole nother client sitting in our waiting area waiting for me to finish her. I kept having to stop. I kept telling her, like, if you're gonna keep talking to me like this, I'm not gonna complete it. Needless to say, she ended up leaving with like half her head done because she would not stop. She told me I was a stupid American. All Americans are stupid. We all know how to cut hair. And she was just mad. And then when I stopped cutting, she immediately was like, no, I'm sorry, it's fine. Like, just keep cutting, just keep cutting. But literally every time I kept trying to keep cutting, what was that? Every time I kept trying to keep cutting, she would start chewing me out all over again. So she ended up having to leave, and the client that was waiting on me to get done with that haircut was just like, wow, she was a lot. And I was alone during that experience, so that also sucks. Sometimes it's better to have people there with you because people are less apt to act up and do stuff like that if someone else is in the room with you. And I feel like a lot of times people like to bully people more if there's multiple people involved, or if, you know, you're alone, you're more apt to be bullied. That was definitely a crazy experience, and both those were actually under the same employer. Other crazy experience wasn't really mine because he didn't even manage to get his hair cut. I used to work in the mall, and a guy really needed a haircut, but the mall was closed, and he took off running from security, made it all the way to our salon, and he's like, "I'm here, can I get a haircut?" And he was like panting. He literally had jogged to our salon, and mall security was like right behind him, and he was like, "No, bro, we told you no, you gotta go." So it wasn't really a crazy experience for me. It was me and my best friend that were working there at the time, and we didn't get to do the haircut because the mall security told them to leave, but it was pretty funny. Alright guys, my next appointment's almost here, so I gotta get going. But I hope y'all like this video. I plan to start doing more videos like this where it's either sit down talk or talk about different stuff in the salon or explain new techniques I've learned. I've been going to a lot of different classes and doing that sort of thing right now. So let me know if you like this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.